Packs helps people know when and how to take their medicines. It's free to make the switch from bottles. Call us at 724-437-7801. That's 724-437-7801 to get started with Apothepacks. Ask us about free delivery.
Attention Fayette County. Do you own a business? Are you a proud veteran? The Recorder of Deeds office is launching the Fayette County Veteran ID program coming by the end of summer or even sooner. Veterans, this new secure photo ID with holographic protection honors your service and connects you with exclusive discounts right here at home. Business owners, we are looking for local shops, restaurants, and service providers who want to say thank you by offering a 10% discount to veterans who show this card. Your business will be proudly listed as a participating location, showing your support for those who've worn the uniform and served with honor. It is easy to join. Stop by the Recorder of Deeds office at the Fayette County Courthouse or visit us online at FayetteCountyRecorderofDeeds.com/veteran-ID-program. Support our heroes. Support our community.
Tireman's Auto Garage, voted best in Fayette for tires, has the cheapest prices in town on tires. Plus, this used tire special, just $25 a tire, including mounting and balancing, with a variety of sizes and ACIMA financing available. The crew at Tireman's Auto Garage are top automotive specialists. They can work on any car, can do any repair. They offer diagnostic service, alignments, oil changes, state inspections, batteries, brakes, rotors, and more. Warm weather means more driving. Be safe and save with the cheapest tire prices at Tireman's Auto Garage. Just $25 for used tires, mounted and balanced. If you've driven by Tireman's Auto Garage recently, you've probably seen all the 2, 4, and 6-seater golf carts. Well, they're there for a reason. They're available for sale with ACIMA financing, or ask about daily or weekly rental. So stop in and see Joe and Kim at Tireman's Auto Garage. Check out the $25 used tire special, new tires, golf carts, and more. Tireman's Auto Garage, Mill Street in Uniontown. Call 724-425-9606.
When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect gift. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm Agent Nate Ferguson is here in Uniontown to help you select the right protection at the right price. Nate will make sure you understand your coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. With State Farm Agent Nate Ferguson, it's easy to make the right choice. Just call Nate when you want the real deal.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I'll tell you what, Fayette County, it's our time to stand up and take back our county and our country. The establishment elite, the career politicians, the swamp creatures in both parties, they have spent decades selling us out, making deals that benefit themselves and their donors, while the hardworking people of Fayette County and across America get left behind. They tell us to sit down, shut up, let them run things. They tell us, trust the system, but the system ain't working for us. It's working against us. Well, I've got news for them. We're not backing down. We're just getting started. We are the steel workers, the coal miners, the farmers, the small business owners, the first responders, and the families who built this nation with our bare hands. We work, we build, we sacrifice, and we don't need government bureaucrats telling us how to live our lives. They want more taxes. They want more regulations. They want more control. But we say no more. They want us divided, black against white, rich against poor, rural against urban. But we see through their lies. This movement, the MAGA movement, is all about us coming together as Americans. We believe in freedom over control. We believe in fair elections over corruption. We believe in jobs over handouts. We believe in family, faith, and country. And let me tell you, I ain't here to play politics. I'm here to fight for you. That's why I'm running for re-election as your Recorder of Deeds. Not to be another politician, but to be a watchdog against corruption, to protect your property rights, and to make sure the government is transparent and accountable. And I promise you this, after I win the Recorder of Deeds, I'm not stopping there. These establishment politicians have been bleeding you dry, raising taxes, playing political games with your money for far too long. I'm going to put an end to that. They'll try to smear us, silence us, call us every name in the book, but they will never break our spirit. We are MAGA strong, America first, and unstoppable. So Fayette County, are you ready to take back your government? Are you ready to send a message to the swamp that we the people are in charge? Are you ready to stand up, fight back, and win? Then let's get to work. Tell your neighbors, because the Hillbilly MAGA train is leaving the station and we're taking our country and our county back. Full speed ahead. God bless Fayette County. God bless Pennsylvania. And God bless the United States of America. And God bless President Donald J. Trump. I am John Marietta, and I am the
The
Hillbilly.
views and opinions expressed on this program are those of John Marietta and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Fayette County Recorder of Deeds Office or Fayette County government. This program is privately produced and funded, and no county resources are used for its production or promotion.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I ain't nothing but a simple man. They call me a redneck, I reckon that I am, but this thing's going on, make me mad down to the core. I have to work like a dog to make ends meet. There's crooked politicians and crime in the street, and I'm madder than hell, and I ain't gonna take it no more. They tell our kids to just say no, and then some panty-waist judge lets a drug dealer go. He slaps him on the wrist and he turns it back out on the tank.
Hey everybody, this is John Marietta, and I am the Hillbilly, and today's show is being brought to you by Mauser's Garage and Tire Center, Mung's Auto Body, PatriotsOnline.com, Fayette County Recovery Storage and U-Haul, JB Market in Dunbar, Thundering Hills Feed and Supply, The Ink Spot, Fayette County MAGA Patriots Group, Solid Foundation Ministry, Highline Motorsports, Gun Owners of America, Hillbilly Jon Radio, John Marietta for We the People. Let's get right to it. Have nothing to do with the fruitless deeds of darkness, but rather expose them. Now, folks, if that verse ever rang true, it's today. So let's quit beating around the bush and get right to the meat and taters. We're living in a time when truth is treated like a mosquito at a picnic, swatted, ignored, or laughed at. And decency, well, that's considered old-fashioned, like a rotary phone or an honest politician. The people who are supposed to be leading this country, some of them would rather run a dirt smear campaign than face the voters fair and square. Now let me walk you through what's going on behind the scenes. We dug into this Facebook page that's been twisting the truth. Their name isn't even worth mentioning, as they are a really classy operation. Right. Sounds like a rejected cartoon strip, but it's been thrown real punches. So we did a full-blown forensic analysis on it. Not a rumor mill, not some high school gossip chain. I'm talking real evidence, IP addresses and trails, amendment data, post histories, and you name it, they did it. And guess what we found? Coordinated attacks by selected members of the Fayette County GOP and the Pennsylvania GOP, and Fayette County Democrats and members of the PADNC. So we didn't play games. We handed it over, sent it straight to the GOP, the Fayette County GOP, and for good measures, we're even giving a copy to the Democrats too. Because I don't care if you vote red, blue, or polka dot. Weaponizing fake pages to tear down your candidates, that dog just don't hunt. That ain't free speech. That's fraud. Now let's shift gears for a second. Some folks have been asking about the threats made against me and my family. My wife's right here beside me today. Let me be real clear. I ain't going to point fingers. That's the job of law enforcement, and they're doing their job. The FBI, the local police, the DA's office, and the sheriff, they're all on it. I'm thankful. My wife Patty and I appreciate it. But make no mistake, we will expose whoever's behind it, and we will seek jail time. And here's where it almost gets funny, if it wasn't so absurd. The keyboard commandos over at the fake news page, well, bless their hearts. They've come unhinged. First, they demanded my tax returns, and I said to them, you first. Then they said I needed to take an IQ test. So I did, and I apologize. I only scored 120. Apparently, that wasn't the answer they were hoping for. So now they're claiming my consulting firm took the test for me. Lord have mercy. There's a new one. Then they wanted my medical records. I'm half expecting them to demand a DNA test next. I'm half expecting them to demand a DNA test next. Or maybe a blood sample stirred with sweet tea and signed in barbecue sauce. Well, here's what I'll give you. I saw my doctor this week. She looked at me and said, quote, "You're the healthiest chubby hillbilly I see." And my cardiologist told me I got the heart of a 29-year-old. So let me get this straight. I'm too fat for him, too smart for him, and I'm too healthy for him. And I guarantee you, no matter what I say or do, I'll never pass their magical checklist. But you know what? I didn't run for office to impress the elite. I ran to represent you. And we've already proven once before, me and Maria Batista, that it ain't the party bosses or the anonymous trolls or the courthouse clique that decides who wins in Fayette County. It's the people, period. This campaign's never been about cocktail parties or backroom deals. It's been about honest work. I raised a family on one income, never missed a day of work, and I earned my keep. And I want you to think about something. I got paid for more than 1 year for over 400 days. There's only 365 in a year, but I got paid for over 400. I've run a butcher shop. I ran a small business. I've run circles around the nonsense coming from the folks who ain't ever clocked in before noon. So here's where we stand. We press on with truth, with backbone, and with the people who still believe that character counts, that grit matters, that a man ought to say what he means and mean what he says. I may not fit their mold, but I sure as shooting fit the job. And come November, with your help, I'm going to show them what a real Fayette County fight looks like. I am John Marietta. I am the hillbilly, and I ain't going nowhere. So here we are, and I got several people. I got TJ on the line with me, and I got people that I've talked to today. But anyways, TJ, where are we at? I think you're on. Well, he's not there. Well, my wife's with me.
Hi, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
It's been a week. And a lot of people.
I'm here, John. Sorry, I had my phone muted.
Okay.
So where are we at? We've uncovered all this information about who was under the page that was attacking me, and we're gonna provide the GOP with it, the Fayette GOP with it. We're gonna also provide the the Democrat Party with it because it seems like they coordinated together.
Well, yeah, you had committee people from both sides coordinating, which violates their bylaws. And, admins on this page that were spreading half truths. They conveniently want to point out, and they conveniently want to post pictures of audits and don't want to give you the full story. They'll make the statement that, this audit proves there was fraud, this audit proves there was improprieties, but they don't read the part that says opinion. And I called in earlier on the last show, and I told them, I was like, opinions, everyone has them, and we all know what they all do. They stink. They're like, we all know what the saying is, and law is law. Opinion is not fact. No, the law does not care about your opinion. Just like with this death threat, when they figure out who sent these emails, they're going to go to prison.
And then we have several law enforcement agencies on this right as we speak. And
I handle your email for you, obviously, and you handle it as well, but we both have access to it. And we were on the phone when that second email came through. Me, you, and Patty, I believe. I think we were talking about the upcoming Founders Day in Uniontown or whatever, and then we get the email. pops up on the phone.
Well, the first one that come through, well, there was actually one that came during the primary, and we kind of blew it off because we just thought, oh well, people's just trying to vet some steam, but so we kind of blew it off. But now what we're doing is we're doing something. We had to go a little bit more. How do I want to say, aggressive after these things, and that's why it's kind of got out of hand, and that's all I want to say about that. It's out of hand. It didn't need to happen, and these people, you know what, I really believe what the Bible says, that no weapon formed against you shall prosper, and but the Bible doesn't say that there isn't going to be any weapons formed against you, but it just says that any weapon that formed against you or God's people will not prosper, and I really believe that. So
yeah, and I think that this whole thing is, when you have people just slinging mud constantly, it fires up the base. And when you fire up that base, there are people within certain bases that necessarily don't care about the law and whatnot, and they will use it for nefarious purposes.
Well, and the reason I had my wife come in with me today was because I wanted to make sure everybody, this affects her probably more than it does me, and she worries about me, and I got a lot of people. I got a lot of good people that are worrying about me, but and I thank them all for their prayers and everything that's going to happen. But this just doesn't need to be. This has gone way too far beyond any scope of the imagination, and I won't stop until we find out who these people are.
Yeah, what's actually really sickening is the people that are saying it's fake and whatnot. Like, who would even do that? And then you had one person who actually said that the president was never actually shot in the ear, and that was staged, and that it was really catch up. And then the worst thing is you have a person running for office on the Democrat side, Matt Lancaster, who's running for treasurer, who did a laughing emoji at it like it's a joke that you got threatened.
Well, I think what we got to do is we got to keep on doing what we're doing. We're going to keep on trying to promote business here in Fayette County. The businesses in Fayette County. I think we have to promote all the different fairs and festivals and things that are going on, so people can get out and enjoy themselves and help support their local or their favorite charities and their fire departments and things like that. And that's where I'm going to get to with this. I know that this.
You handed out over 7 veteran IDs on day one.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. It's been going really good for us. Now we're getting a couple every day, and the veterans are very appreciative of this. And I want to thank. I try to be there and thank them all for their service. So that's an important
but
thing.
You're never in the courthouse, John.
Yeah, I guess not. But I guess that's what they want to believe. They try to take they try to follow me, and I let them. I give them all they want to keep up with me in a day's time. I do a lot.
What's crazy is I've been doing this for a really long time, and I've been in the politics world for a very long time, and they don't realize that they're literally following the 2020 playbook of the presidential race, where they're just saying, "Oh, John's bad, John's man." The hillbilly's bad, just like in 2020, Orange Man bad. And, it only worked for a little bit, and then, we have Trump as president again.
Back to the whole threat thing. No, it's not funny. Not at all. I don't see anything funny about it at all. In fact, it's scary. We have 7 grandchildren that adore their pap. What do you think this kind of thing does to the children, let alone our kids and myself? It's uncalled for. It's unchristian like, and it just has to stop. Jon does nothing but good for people. People call at 7 o'clock in the morning, midnight, and he answers the phone and looks to get whatever they need. He's gone out early in the morning to meet with clients that he needed to meet ahead of time. He spent all day Sunday last week in the courthouse getting ready for the veterans program to be up and running. I don't get where they're coming from.
Well, it's just pure hatred. I mean, that's what it boils down to. It's non-God fearing people attacking someone that they loathe because he's exposing corruption within the system. You know, people go, "What corruption? What corruption?" Well, you have a 78.2% tax increase in 2019, but you can't afford your bills. You defaulted on 2 tax participation notes when you raise taxes 78.2%. How is that even remotely possible? If anyone believes that one individual was involved in the Fay Penn scandal, come on, we're not stupid. We know one person wasn't involved. Other people had their hands in the cookie jar. You're just trying to scapegoat it and find a patsy. You know, the hotel tax, they keep going, oh, well, here's these 2 forms for 1 or 2 months. It shows the disbursement. That's not showing the full disbursement. That's showing 1 month. You show where the 2 something million dollars is missing. This is stuff that Jon has constantly spoke out against, and the establishment doesn't like it because, you know, he's bucking the system. He's supposed to be a good Republican and just follow the rules and never call out his own party even when they're wrong. And, you know, and everyone goes, well, all he does is agree with Trump all the time. This is a man that backed Massey recently over Trump with the big, beautiful bill.
Well, I think that and I've spoke about this a long time, but I think that we need to follow Senator Kennedy from Louisiana's, and I think that he is the man that is getting it right in D.C. right now, and he does it with a flamboyance that nobody else has, and of course he's trying to say, well, I guess yesterday that they were fighting about giving the public broadcasting system money. He said we're $36,000 in $36 million or $1 trillion in debt. And he says and we're funding the public broadcast system. He said there's something wrong with this picture. He said we don't fund Fox News or CNN. And he said, so why should we be funding these people? They ought to be able to figure out. Now, I do know that the public broadcasting system doesn't do advertisements, but they kind of do. They kind of do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's that's
I
where
do want to point out something Patty said is that, you know, people don't realize, like, I've been with Jon, and he's an amazing grandfather. You know, he was just at his grandson's Little League game the other day, and he's going to be in the championship, and he said he plans to hit an inside the park home run. And, you know, this is what he is. He's a family man at the end of the day.
Well, that's what we're actually that's where we're headed tonight. We're going to Bell Vernon. He's in the championship for the league, and they're playing their game tonight. So we'll be going over there. We was intended on going up to the Mountain Fair again, but I'll be going to the Little League game and supporting my grandson. But these are
hopefully he hits the home run. He was pretty psyched about that home run.
Well, I tell you, he's extra special because he's John Robert Marietta IV, and he actually was born on July the 2nd, which is which is Richard Petty's birthday. So we always so when he was born on July the 2nd, my oldest daughter said, well, he said, there's the chosen one for sure. So but anyways, but yeah, and you know, I will tell you this, my dad was one of the first people to hold that baby, and it's an amazing thing when you can see grandchildren. You don't get to be home to help raise your children because you're out working. And just like I said, I worked many years. I worked every day of the year, and I got paid for. I got paid for a lot extra ones. I mean, so I don't know. I don't know how much more I can do, but we did spend, to my wife's very unhappiness, we ended up spending a lot of hours at the courthouse this Sunday working on the computer, getting the software taken care of for the Veterans Administration. Well, not the Veterans Administration, but for the Veterans ID card. And we had to get that right. We worked about 7 more hours on it on Monday. So I don't know. I just don't know.
And then the internet crashed this past week, and we at the courthouse.
We had to navigate that too. Well, when you get in storms and things, and it bobbled enough that we had to reboot it and get some other things done.
And Mother Nature is never compliant, right?
Not always. I mean, one of my.
Go
ahead.
What's crazy, John, is you brought up the national debt with Senator Kennedy. And do you know what the national debt is per U.S. citizen?
He said that in his post.
$108,054 worth of debt per U.S. citizen. Per taxpayer, $323,051.
And we didn't get there because of the Republicans. We didn't get there because of the Democrats. We got there because of the Uniparty. And that's exactly what I wanted everybody to understand in my opening. We're going to, the names are there. We have the proof. And I want to make sure everybody understands that that's what happened here in Fayette County in the primary. It was the state GOP committee people that went against me. Not all of them, but definitely 2 of them did. And they coordinated with Democrats to do this. Now they can say whatever they want, but the proof's there. The proof is there. And there was people with PAD, the PA state Democrat Party that coordinated with Republicans to go against me. And we have the proof. I want everybody to understand that I'm not making this up. We got it, and we're gonna release it. But I wanted to make sure that all parties concerned got a copy of it before we released it.
Agreed. And by having a uniparty, just like in the county budget where we're at a deficit and we keep defaulting on tax anticipation notes, that's exactly what's happened at the federal level. So the national debt's $37 trillion and change, but you don't realize we're spending right now little under $7.2 trillion. We're only bringing in a little over $5.2 trillion. So we have a $2 trillion deficit right now as we speak without doing any cuts.
Well,
that's just keeping the budget as is.
It's the same way with the county. The county's only going to be able to take in about $40 million. Okay.
Yeah.
But we're spending $54 million. So there's a $14 million difference. Now I know that that there's other agencies involved in paying us for different things that we have to maintain, but that money doesn't always come when we need it, and that's what causes all this problem. I mean, and we can't divert money to projects that don't make no sense when we're running the county at a deficit.
Yeah, and it's funny because we make a unlikely bedfellow because I myself am personally a libertarian and you're a Republican, but we agree that the people come first.
Well, it's all about the taxpayers, and it has to be all about the taxpayers. It can't be about nothing more than that. We have to treat them with respect. We have to treat them, and we have to treat their taxes with respect. Not just we're going to raise taxes again to make sure that we can finance our mistakes, and that's exactly what's happened. and that's where we're at the county level. State level, the state's just as bad. I mean, if not worse. I mean, they're looking at they're looking at a tax increase this year at the state level. They don't know what they're going to do, and I've already got notices from several recorders to make sure that, because that affects how we do things at the recorder's office when if they don't have a budget. So
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you don't pass the budget, and like if people want to talk about Harrisburg's budget, well, yeah, it's gonna be a dogfight. I mean, you got the Philadelphia transportation system that's all but bankrupt, asking for more money from the state, but they have money for all these pet projects in Philly and all that. And I mean, have you guys ever seen Kensington, Philadelphia was used in an anti-drug commercial in Juarez because of all the heroin addicts leaning over themselves on the street? And this is what progressive policies bring to a city.
they just had a big drug bust here in the city. Just what was it, Tuesday night, Nick? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I forget how many kilos of heroin. It was an unbelievable amount of money that and you got to give the district attorney a lot of credit for getting this done, because that's I mean, Mike's been on top of this.
Mike's been a very good district attorney. He really pursues justice, and Sheriff Custer really helped you out with the veteran ID program, saving money. And I just saw on Facebook, I think you might have shared it, that he deputized a young child that I think has some terminal illness. All the sheriff's deputies down in Florida at the convention deputized, and that was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, and I will say that I have a meeting scheduled with. I know he's going to be busy when he gets back, but me and him is going to get together on Monday about some other things, about two or three things that's going on, and making sure that I fill him in with what's happening here with the threat that was posed towards me and my family. So we're going to do that. We're going to make sure we get that taken care of properly. I really hate to do this. We wanted to. Excuse me. We wanted to have a fun show today and talk about a lot of other things, but I know we needed to bring a lot of this to light, and there's going to be more of it brought to light on Monday as we talk about some things. I'm hoping to have the gentleman from the Gun Owners of America on Monday too, if he's available. So that's where we're at with all of that. But anyways, Nick's pointing at me. We got a minute left to go, and I'm glad everybody was able to tune in today. I appreciate it. We've had a good week so far, and we're going to keep on moving forward. So, and
good luck to John the Fourth and at his championship game.
Yep, I appreciate it. And you want to say anything else, Mrs. Marietta?
Well, I'm going to change the subject for a second since you asked. The Fayette County Fair is coming up in...
I forgot about that.
I don't know, about a month. We have one of our grandchildren, our granddaughter Isabella, takes rabbits to the fair. She shows rabbits, and she wants to come in and be on your show one day before the fair to talk about how she takes care of the rabbits and what goes on in that 4-H aspect of life. So that'll be a fun show.
Yep, we're gonna get her on, and hopefully she'll be able to speak. And my granddaughters they are my pride and joy. There's no doubt about it. I got 4 of them. Yep, I got 4 of them, and Yeva was in the dance recital. So was the other 2, and we had a good time with that. So, anyways. On this road called life, you have to take the good with the bad. Smile with the sad, love what you got, remember what you had. Always forgive, but never forget. Learn from your mistakes. People change, things go wrong. Just remember the ride goes on. God bless each and every one of you.